Hey guys! So as promised, here's the review for It Follows. I know my last one wasn't the review for it, but I wasn't able to go see it when I expected to, so I had to wait, and now here we are. And my next review will be Unfriended, because I am seeing that movie tonight, and I am so excited. I think I'm more excited for Unfriended than I am It Follows. So It Follows came out this year, and it's about a girl named Jay who has this sexual encounter with her boyfriend kind of guy, and then all of a sudden, like, he acts weird. He gives her some chloroform and straps her to a chair and tells her all this crazy stuff about something that's gonna follow her, and things do follow her. Basically, I heard that this is supposed to be a metaphor for STDs, but when I was reading a little bit about the movie, the director said that he had these recurring dreams about a predator that would follow him and slowly like walk towards him, so that's how he was kind of inspired to make this movie. So I don't know if it's like supposed to be an STD metaphor or that, but or both. It could be both. Gradually she starts to see like weird things like following her, and they just progressively get weirder and just more intrusive and closer, and basically it's just something that walks towards you. So if you drive away, it'll take a while to find you, but eventually it will find you. And I think it would be kind of clever to make that a metaphor for STDs, because in order to get rid of it in the movie, you have to sleep with someone else. But that's not really like how STDs work. But still, I think that would be cool. I just heard it somewhere, so maybe it's not true, but I think that would be a cool concept. Okay, I'd have to say my favorite thing about this film was the videography. It was beautiful, and my friend Sarah and I went and saw it, and she wants to study film, so she and I were both just so appreciative of all the camera work and the shots, and oh my god, we would just look at each other and be like, that's so cool. Like, it's just shot so beautifully, and it was actually really a unique film. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more like a I call it Hollywood style film. If you've been with me for a while, you kind of know what I'm talking about when I say that. I'd say Unfriended is gonna be that kind of film, where it's kind of traditional, like nothing really unique about it except maybe the plot, but it had that going for it, and the soundtrack. At first I thought the soundtrack was gonna be really stupid from the first song, but no, the soundtrack ended up adding to it, and I loved it. The first scene that we see is this girl running she's running in the middle of the street. She gets in the car, she drives off to the beach. She calls her dad, I want to say, and tells him that she loves him. That was hard. She's sitting in the sand with the lights on her. She's just waiting, and then the next thing you see is her leg just bent at the knee towards her face. That was pretty intense right off the get-go, so I was really excited for that, but then it didn't really follow through with the gore factor. That was pretty much the only disturbing part as far as like body stuff. I don't know. It did have more disturbing parts. I'd say the most disturbing parts were the things that would follow her, because they would take the shape of ordinary people or her friends and family or something, but they would be really weird and half the time naked. I think the scariest one had to be when they were in the house, and then all of a sudden this giant man, it's in the trailer I believe, is coming like walking down the hallway behind her friend. Whoa! That part was really scary, and it's been a while since I've actually felt fear in the theater for a movie, and this actually did that for me, so that was really impressive. It didn't really use a lot of jump scares either, which was nice, but there were some cheesy moments. I'd say towards the end it started to get a little bit cheesier. For instance, since she's the only one that can see it, she has to continuously point out to her friends where the thing is, and then they get like a sheet and throw it over it, so then it looks like a ghost just like walking around. I thought that was a little lame. Like, I don't think the sheet thing should have worked. I think that was kind of a cop-out. And then they just, I don't know, the ending was kind of dumb. Overall, it was a lot more impressive than I thought it was going to be. My boyfriend kind of talked it down a little bit. He said it would be stupid, or it looks stupid. That's why I went and saw it with my friend Sarah, because normally I see all the movies in theaters with my boyfriend. But he said he didn't want to see it until the day of, and I told him I was going. He's like, oh, it sounds really cool, because he read something about it online and then he wanted to see it, so I'm like, too late. And then he just thinks Unfriended looks dumb, which I think Unfriended will be worse than this one, but for some reason I'm more excited for it. I think it's just been more advertised and more hyped up a little bit. Okay, so there's a little bit of drama with Unfriended. I'm just gonna rant a little bit about it. Some people think that it's kind of exploiting suicide, or not poking fun, but kind of using it in a sense that's not sympathetic to those who have committed suicide. So I think there's a little bit of controversy with that movie, but I'm not too affected by it. I am kind of offended by certain mental health things, but I think suicide's been represented so much in movies. It doesn't make it right always, but in this situation, I don't think it's very offensive. It's not offensive to me anyway, but I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. I just don't want to start a big old debate. So if you have the chance to see It Follows in theaters, I definitely recommend doing that. I think it's really worth going to see. I saw it for $6 because it was Tuesday. But whatever you can do to go see it, it's good, or you can wait for it. But I definitely recommend this movie. Just so the ending's a little bit disappointing, but the scares are actually really, really cool. And it's just overall a really unique movie. So let me know what other movies you'd like me to review after Unfriended. I have a bunch still on my list that I've yet to review. And I'm getting kind of behind because I keep watching movies and then making a list and then I'm not reviewing them, so gotta go rewatch some old ones, you know what I'm saying? But feel free to add to that list and leave some more requests down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.